Right, guys, this video has been long in the making. The collapse of Slurp Nation Esports happened finally after a year of being a roster. It's finally over. I'm with Aaron and Chris right now. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Yo.
It's strange. Us three were the first three members on the roster. That's funny. And now it's over.
And we're the only three doing the roster change, or the new rosters, and also the collapse of it.
Yeah, basically this video is just going to cover our point of views, why we think the team collapsed, and what's coming for the future for each one of us. So, Chris, I think you're going first.
I thought Aaron was going first.
I thought we agreed you were going first.
That was before Aaron joined.
We agreed you were going first still, even Aaron said you're going first.
Swallow! I didn't hear that. Wow, this is just so much pressure already. Jack first.
I'm gonna get my kicks while I'm still young.
So come then, ask the question.
I'm not, you know the questions, you only have to answer to it.
Yeah, but they don't know the questions.
I just said the questions.
Did you? I don't think so. Fine. Well, my point of view to the whole thing was, during the collapse, I had no idea what the fuck was going on, because it was all going on while I'm trying to think what I was doing. I think it was either out
Or eating dinner.
or eating dinner. It was one of the two. So I wasn't in the conversation at the time. And then I had finished eating dinner or had got home, and Aaron had texted me saying Jack and Eddie have left us. Oh, and Janice. And that's how I first started hearing about what the hell was going on. And then I asked Eddie what was going on, and he told me he had become captain of this new team that was created by his friend Alan, and that they had invited you to their team. I'll let you explain what happened to that team after for you. So then, after that, both Aaron and I text Jack probably at the exact same time, or a couple of minutes apart, asking why he left and what was going on. And Jack had explained to us the reasons why everyone was leaving, and what we would have to do to bring back Jack to our team if we made a new one. But yeah, that was my point of view of the whole incident there. I think that was probably the best I could put it. And now, reasons why I think the whole collapse started. Part of it might have been like the fact that Luke wasn't happy with his role swap to go and support during the end of Slurp Nation Esports. Because obviously he was complaining how he came in as an ADC, and ADC is his best role. We can understand his support wasn't good, his ADC was a lot better, but we needed more of a carry to the team, like Jack, as our ADC. And another main thing was probably like the negative emotions everyone was having towards each other due to the 1v1 league and all of the incidents that were going on with that. That's obviously my reasons. Aaron, you're next. Off the trot.
You really wanted to get that out of your way, didn't you?
I did.
Oh, fat kid passes it to young kid keep you up. Young kid going for the bicycle. Oh, he misses by a mile. So I put like a little grass area across the road and I looked out my window and a fat kid. With a bunch of skinny kids.
I could just imagine if this one fat kid was watching Jack's video.
The fat kid ran after the ball, passed it to the skinny kid, did a keep up and tried a bicycle kick and missed the ball completely. Oh, he's going for it again and he missed it again. Okay, go on, Aaron. Off your trot.
Right. I
Okay.
actually think the main downfall to Slap Nation was the 1v1 league.
Okay.
Because
What was your point of view
everyone
first? What was
getting-
going on?
No, we'll let him explain it. We'll let him explain it in whichever
everyone
order
was
he wants
getting
to explain it.
salty and arguing towards each other when they lost, when they didn't think it was a
I
fair
forget the
game.
cockiness that was coming out with some people.
Aaron.
I wasn't just thinking Aaron for that one. Ooh.
Well, I was. No, joking, I wasn't. No. But I was thinking, who are you thinking of, Chris?
Eddie, the cockiness he was coming from after beating Jay. Ooh.
Yeah, those two.
Not even Jay, but
he didn't even
others.
beat Jay. He didn't even beat Jay though. He beat his fucking brother. Jay wasn't even in the fucking country.
Exactly, like after beating me when he's already done it before, he's like, "Oh, I've only beat you, Chris." I'm like, "Done it before."
Okay.
I'm not playing like that. Okay, carry on.
And I also think the other reason that we died was due to the fact of everyone arguing and not being able to come on at training time. Sometimes like people had to do different times, so they'd only get an hour training, stuff like that, and it was just no training was actually being involved.
Yeah, now that was very annoying. Like, you had me who could come on early, Luke that could come on early, you and Jack could only come on when you finished work, and Eddie always had something like band practice or something like that, which finished at like 7. Then 7:30 was when I was gone for dinner, so we had to start at 8. And then one match would finish, it would be just about 9 o'clock, and both Luke and Eddie would have to go off.
Yeah.
And sometimes you as well, Aaron.
Right.
No,
So, what was your point of view, Aaron?
What do you mean?
So, like Chris said, Chris didn't know what was going on at the time. Like, from your point of view, how did the collapse happen? Like, what was going on in your mind?
Like, not your reasons, but what was going on at that time.
Yeah, like Chris said, he didn't know what was going on because he was.
I just knew there was loads of arguing. So if it was then towards me, I obviously went back, aimed back, and stuff like that. But really, to be honest, I thought it was all a bit stupid. So
Okay, is that everything?
yeah.
Is it my turn to go off on the trot?
What?
Yeah, Jack,
Right.
break a leg.
Right. Okay. I can actually break a leg, so I can like get out of doing this. No, I'm joking.
No, you
Right,
have to break
time-
an arm to get out of doing this.
Time for detail now. Time for all the detail to come out. So
Great.
basically, the night it all happened, me and Aaron were queuing Smite. I was streaming, and we got queued against Eddie and Alan and Luke, and we shat on them pretty bad.
Wait, which team had Janice again? Because I was on watching this, but I can't remember
It
which
wasn't
team had Janice.
Neither team had Janice. It was just me and Aaron versus those three. And me
Sorry, I thought Janice.
and we shat on them because I got super fed because I soloed Luke like 6 or 7 times. And then I 4-man ulted at back camps and they got salty because I shat on them and Aaron split pushing on support Nox because support Nox is now a thing, I guess. The dream. Well, obviously, when you win against your friends, you get bragging rights. You're allowed to have a comment. But no, Luke couldn't take a comment. Luke had to try and fire back as something that wasn't Aaron's fault. This caused an argument, and as Eddie does, Eddie tried to blame Aaron for it and not see that Luke was to blame. Because Eddie and Aaron don't like each
Oh
other.
no, this time, but this was the point when I was eating dinner. Now I remember. So I wanted to get out of this argument.
They don't like each other at all. So Eddie tried to blame Aaron, and I had to go at Eddie. He said no. Luke is to blame. Not Aaron. This is not Aaron's fault this time. Aaron, yes, he shouldn't have retaliated, but Luke needs to stop being such a sore loser. So in turns, Eddie then told me that he was leaving. Me and him had about an hour conversation about it. And he offered me a spot as ADC. Um, I looked at my
Yeah,
options and
I'm
went to
totally
myself,
hot.
what's the better choice? Do I stay with people
Wanna see
who
some magic?
tilt and, well, who a team that I didn't see that had much potential in U2, no offense, because of U2's attitude that actually sucked fucking dick. Your game knowledge sucked dick. Or go to this team which I saw potential. So I went to this team and it worked out for a bit. And then obviously I'm an apprentice butcher, so and my apprenticeship's kind of like fucked up right now. So my schedule's fucked up. So I got removed for not being able to meet a training schedule. And yeah, now I'm on that team. So yeah, the collapse was really fucking stupid. I think the main reasons behind it was obviously the 1v1 league making everyone salty towards each other. I think it was Aaron and Eddie not getting along at all, and those two not even making an attempt to get along. I think it was Chris's suffering not to learn anything, causing him and Eddie to have friction. Aaron tilting, Chris tilting, Eddie tilting,
Luke
Luke
tilting.
Luke not liking the role swap, so he tilted. Jack tilting because everyone else was tilting.
Janice
so-
trolling.
Yeah, Janice trolling. So yeah, the team just collapsed because of a lot of reasons, and I feel that maybe even if some of those reasons were, the team was still good together. So if the tilting wasn't there, if we just had that Aaron and Eddie didn't get along, the team could have stuck together. We stuck together throughout that entire time with those two not getting along. But because of the fact every other factor was in there, it kind of collapsed the team. So that is my reasoning and my point of view.
I actually think there would have been an. Actually, no. Because I think Eddie also left because we got rid of Luke.
No, it was completely due to you and Aaron.
Really? Because how Eddie was telling me
Yeah,
it was
no, it
due
was
to the fact
completely-
that you guys were
it was
arguing with
completely-
Luke.
It was completely down to you and Aaron.
Wow, so he lied to my face. A cunt. Yes, I called him a cunt.
You and Aaron's complete tilting. So,
But Eddie didn't
futures.
have any better.
Futures, changes. What's your guys' 5-man roster that you've made? This big almighty roster that you guys have
Right
made.
then. So,
And tell us how this roster came. Wait, tell us how this roster came about.
well,
Like,
a lot
this
of it
five
was
people.
through me searching. So, Remco, which is our support laner, our Ruvilla, I don't know how to say it, but yeah. I was on Twitch just scouting through Twitch and found him and asked him what roles he could play, and he mentioned Guardian, and a Guardian can be quite a hard role to find because not a lot of people like it. So we took him up, gave him a trial, and he seemed to work out quite well. And then, who was it? Then we found a guy called Look, and Look was good up until he basically started acting cocky towards me and Chris, and as you know,
you've
I'm
already
the
forgot someone.
who?
We did end up having Luke Two-Face for a bit.
Yeah.
No, that was part of the original roster with Luke on it. 2 Lukes.
And then we had Luke, and then he got removed because of being cocky towards me as the leader, and Chris was just like, oh, okay. And then we found a guy called Lee off YouTube.
No,
But
he
he
was
didn't-
the cocky one.
He didn't
was
last
also
for
the
long
cocky.
and said he didn't want to play for this team, so he was gone. So
Are you
right
gonna
now
give
we've
the
got
reasons why he said it?
me mid, Chris jungle,
Okay.
and Remco support, and then Dean offered to join in my place, and he suggested to me I'll put Chris in ADC and he go jungle. So we did that. So now Chris is ADC, Dean's jungle, and then I went back onto this site where I found who was it? It's Janice.
Yeah.
which is now part of their team, and found a guy called Knight Scorpione. And yeah,
Scorpion.
he's signed up to be
It was
a solo
ironically
laner.
Jennifer's friend.
Yeah, and he signed up to be solo laner. So, yeah.
No. No. Can I announce the biggest roster change?
And then we just got...
So everyone went out. The 5-man roster. The scrims are happening tonight. Everyone, with last-minute changes coming on to the Toxic Jungler. That's what I'm calling them. That's their team name, Toxic Jungler.
Oh,
So,
I'm
yeah.
actually going to put that in as a video title. I'm not going to lie now.
Toxic Jungler kicked their best player. Well, not the best player. Well, they start the biggest name on their team. Me. Thank you very much. And so, Dino Boy did me a favor because I did him a favor. He was like, "Yo, I got a coach. His name's Jack. Let's pick him up. He's the most knowledgeable person I know. Let's pick him up." Aaron's like, "Yeah, boy, that's my guy. He's my homie." And Chris was like, "Yes, that's my Jackykins."
Yes.
So that is literally what you did. You went, "Yay, Jackie!" Jack.
I forgot. I should have put Yay Jackykins, not Yay Jackie.
But yeah, so I am now the coach. This doesn't change the fact that I still have the problems with those two. With Chris and Aaron, I will not play with them. I'm not a sub. I am a coach. The difference.
We don't need no sub.
I still won't play with them due to the problems I have, but I will coach them. So, #1 coach right here. So yeah, I think that's everything. So shout outs to everybody on Slurp Nation. So everyone who's been a part of it. So this is where I'm going to go through every person that's been on Slurp Nation. Now, you ready for this?
Wait. We still got one little new change as well.
What?
We have a second scrim partner team now.
Do we?
Yep. Thanks to a Pooface01. Because I was talking to Luke and found out Luke joined the team. And obviously I thought, another team, are they good? And he says, yeah, they're pretty decent. Most of them are better than me. Which, obviously, because at that point you would think, okay, most people are. But they are okay. They're not like Jack grade players. But they get...
Rephrase that. They're not J. They're not J.
Oh no, yeah, no. They don't know J, but yet that no one's J. No one can be a J. Like, whew. Not even J's brother can be a J.
Michael can be J. Michael's not even known the best. Michael's still really good. No, right? No, his team's losing all the time.
But yeah, they are decently good. Like, we had a game with them. He played good. Me and him at least helped carry a team. We did, helping us carry, like, well, us three carrying a support who ended up, like, being so fucking salty, he stopped playing after 10 minutes of the game.
We don't want to hear about the game, Chris. Don't tell us about the game.
Okay, fine, sorry. But yeah, we got a second scrim partner team.
Yay. Right, so can I do my shout out now?
Yeah, now do your shout out. Just thought I'd announce that.
Shout out to the original roster of me, Chris, Aaron, Alan, and Brandon. Shout out to that roster. That roster was shit.
Oh, that roster was terrible. I swear Alan was support.
Yeah, there he was. Shout out then to the even shitter roster of me, Aaron, Chris, Brandon, and Lloyd. Shout out to that roster. Shout out
I just found it funny how Brandon was like, "Oh, Lloyd's a great guy. Yeah, me and him will work well." And then me, Jack, and Aaron play perfectly together. And Lloyd and Brandon had so many arguments. You just thought, and you were bringing him to be like a safe guy.
Shout outs to the next roster of me, Aaron, Lloyd, Brandon, and Matt Damon.
Yeah. Oh, that was the worst one so far.
Shout outs to the next roster after that of me, Brandon, me, Chris, Eddie, and Aaron. that roster lasted the longest.
Yeah, it actually did, didn't it?
Yeah, and then shouts to the next roster of Brandon, Eddie, Chris, Aaron, Jay. And then Jay got kicked, obviously, and I came back. And then shouts to the final two rosters of me, Luke, Chris, Aaron, Eddie, and then me, Yanis.
I'm
Chris,
pretty
Aaron,
sure
Eddie,
Jay was
then-
still in the team when Luke was there for a bit.
No. Oh yeah, he was, but I'm not gonna really fucking care. But still.
Because
But
that
yeah,
team went
shouts.
pretty well.
So yeah, shout out to everyone who was part of Slut Nation. You guys really made it possible for us to grow, and we've gone our separate ways and made basically had three separate teams now.
And now,
One team made-
it's like
one team,
a rivalry.
one team has three teams. One team has three teams.
Yeah. Four
Thumbs up.
teams. Oh no, Jay doesn't have a team anymore. Oh, if only Jay could have a team.
Yeah,
Wait,
that'd
what
be
about
sick.
that like one game with Dean? Does that count?
I don't know. But right, guys. As always,
Oh wait, Dean's not team.
I'm gonna go. I've got to go for my my brunch or my lunch. So I'm gonna go. Right, guys. Bye.
See ya. Peace out.
Right, I'm going for my lunch, boys. So I'm gonna leave the party so you
Yeah.
guys can queue something.